Welcome. My name is Kailey. This will be a approximately 45 or 50-minute vinyasa style flow. My intention for this practice, I haven't really planned it out super well, but my intention is to have this be a little bit more shoulder friendly practice. So if you're taking care of your shoulders, this might be a really great vinyasa flow for you today. When you're ready, meet me on your back. You can do whatever feels natural with your legs. I'm going to have my knees bent. We'll eventually meet up there to do a little bit of activation work. But take a moment just to kind of settle into your space. If it feels natural, you can blink the eyes to closed. Give yourself a moment to land. Sometimes when I show up on my mat, there's a lot going on mentally, and this practice is very much about settling into that mind-body connection, blending those two energetic layers of yourself, not letting one necessarily dominate the other, or noticing when that's happening, right? When the mind inevitably pulls your focus off of your practice, pulls your attention out of the moment to something else or something that you've got planned. Gently coaxing it back, maybe through some sort of sensory awareness. Start with that right here, just bringing some awareness to the parts of your body that are resting on the floor. You can let go of some muscular tension in the back of the head and the shoulders. 3 rounds of more deliberate breath here. Breathing in through the nose, let the breath fill up the lungs. Try and expand the ribs in all directions, 360-degree expansion. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Big breath in. Big exhale. One more like that. Breathe in, let the belly fill, let the ribs expand, maybe even the collarbones lift. Let the breath swirl around your body. And when you're ready, open your mouth. Let it out. You bring your arms to a T or to a goalpost shape. Slide your feet underneath your knees here and then windshield wiper your knees side to side. Try and get yourself to go a little bit slower. So one of the nice ways to calm the nervous system is slow down. Any old thing that you're doing. It could be slowing down this warm-up. It might be, if you're driving in rush hour, really kind of forcing yourself to be more mindful. If you're rushing through the dishes, trying to get to the next thing in your evening. Inviting that slower pace and sometimes start to help us ungrip some of the tension mentally and physically. One more good pass, right side and left side, and then when you finish on the left, pause with your knees pointing up toward the ceiling. Bring your arms back up over your head, so big stretch through the side body here. Take a breath in, the feet are pressing down. As you exhale, bring your arms by your side, lift the hips up, coming into a bridge. Lift and lower through your heels here. So we'll really start to activate through the glutes and the calves perhaps. Feel free to walk the feet a little closer or a little further away if you need. Keep that tilt to the tailbone, so tailbone's tilting toward the knees here. Lifting and lowering. Lift and hold the heels up here. Reach the arms straight up toward the ceiling and then circle through your lips. Really move through the hands and the fingers. Switch the direction of those wrist circles that you're making. Take a breath in. Lower everything down as you breathe out. Arms reach up overhead on your inhale, little flow here. Exhale, hands to your side, hips lift. Lift the heels, breathe in. Lower the heels and the hips, breathe out. Arms up, inhale. Hips up, arms to the side, exhale. Lift and lower the heels, breathe in. Exhale, lower just the heels. Hips down, arms up on the inhale. Hips up, arms to the side, exhale. Lift the heels, breathe in. Keep the hips lifted. Exhale, drop the heels down. Drop the hips, inhale, the arms go back. Exhale, arms to the side, hips lift. Lift the heels, breathe in. Keep the hips high, lower the heels as you breathe out. Last time, inhale, arms up, hips down. Exhale, hips up, arms to your side. Lift the heels, wrap in, keep the hips lifted, lower the heels as you empty. Lower the hips, inhale the arms back up over your head, and then this time bring your knees to your chest. You can circle the knees over the sacrum or rock side to side. Move around in any way that feels good for the lower back. A couple smoother, longer breaths, perhaps. And then when you're ready, go ahead and cross your ankles, rock your way to your hands and your knees. However you want to get to a tabletop position here. Shoulders are stacked over the wrists, knees are right underneath the hips. Then circle your shoulders a couple times, maybe counterclockwise. Circle the shoulders a couple times the other direction. Doesn't matter which direction you started with, just swap it out. Come to the center. We're going to mobilize just the shoulders. So gently engage through your core. Lots of space in the low back. And then keep the arms straight, but drop your chest toward your thumbs. Keep the arms straight, but round the shoulders away from the spine. So a little shoulder blade push-up, scapular push-ups here. It's an awkward movement if you've never done it before, but think as you drop your chest, shoulder blades hug the spine. As you push the mat away, shoulder blades kind of round away from the backbone. A couple more like that. Nice long breaths. Don't worry too much if the movement isn't quite working out. It takes time to build different neuromuscular pathways. It's worthwhile to kind of explore and make those new connections so that we can move with more skill. Last time like that, walk your hands back to your knees, have a seat on your heels for a moment. You walk the hands all the way to the lap. Wrists and hands might feel a little bit warm or energized there. We're going to bend the elbows, pull the chest through. Think about a cow back here, so extending through your spine. The chin might even tilt up. Take a breath in. As you exhale, bring your hands toward your knees. Round your spine. Tuck the tailbone. Hug your belly button back. Move through those two. Inhale. Cow spine extending. Tip the chin up. Exhale, round your back. Navel squeezes toward your spine. Inhale, extension. Exhale, spinal flexion. Two more just like that. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more extension. Inhale here. This time bring your hands on the sides of your knees. So plant the hands down next to the knees. Push into your mat, round your spine, tuck your chin, and then try and lift the knees up. The toenails are down. You're pressing the mat away. Drop the knees. Inhale back into that cow variation, extending the spine. Exhale, cat variation, lifting the knees. If this is too much for you today, no big deal. Just come back into that regular, this variation. Move with your breath a couple times. Try and find a fluid movement here. Once more. And then go ahead and have a seat on your heels. Close the eyes down. Turn the palms upright. And then find a nice neutral alignment of the spine. So the head is over the heart is over the belly. See if you can just gently create maybe a tiny bit more spaciousness between every one of your backbones. Setting an intention for your time on your mat today. For me right now, it's really allowing the mind and the body to work together to let go of this conceptualization of them being separate. So they can form like an alliance and be on the same team. There's that skillful attendance of the mind to how the body's moving. There's skillful attendance body of what's going on upstairs mentally. Could be something totally different for you, but bring it to your mind and to your heart here. Bring your hands to your heart center. Let that intention out. Just with a big cleansing breath. So whatever you need for your practice, big inhale through the nose. Open your mouth, offer it up. With the eyes open, walk your hands forward. Come right into our first down dog, cuddling out your down dog, spreading out the fingers nice and wide so that you can press the hands not just down, but energetically toward the top of the mat. Bend into the knees a bit here and bring a lot of length into your spine. I know a lot of the time people get very interested in straightening their legs up, which can feel really fun and good. But see if you can start by prioritizing your spine today. So every posture, every asana, we want to protect the alignment of the spine, the central nervous system, protect ultimately that like central channel of energy that the yogis sensed into those chakras and those three main channels of energy that flow up and down the spine. When you feel good here, you can maybe start to pedal it out, straightening one leg, not the other. Way up onto the tippy toes of the opposite foot as you drop one heel, lift the other sky high. And then start to walk it up to the top of the mat, finding ragdoll. Feet are at least hips distance here. You catch the crooks of the opposite elbows. Again, bend into the knees. Let the chest and the belly rest on the thighs or between the thighs. Little neck check here. Give your head a gentle shake, yes. And a gentle shake, no. Release the fingers down, heel to the feet a bit closer together, whatever spacing feels natural. So for most folks, ankles under hips is going to be a pretty nice stable alignment. Slide your palms onto your shins. Pull the shoulders up into the ears and then roll the shoulders onto the back of the ribs as you come into your halfway stretch. You can feel that shoulders scrunch up into the ears and then roll the shoulders onto the back of the ribs. Look straight down at the top of your mat so the back of the neck is nice and long here and the shoulder blades are hugging the spine again. Big breath in. Catch the cows as you exhale, chin tucks toward your chest. Let the shoulders drop into the ears. Palms to the shins, find that half lift again. Shoulders pull toward the side and away from the ears. Exhale, fold forward, chin to your chest. One more time like that. Breathe in, lengthening tailbone back, front of the head forward. And then exhale into your forward. Slowly roll it up to stand. You can keep the knees soft. Once you're upright, reach the arms up overhead. Wrists over hips. Hips over ankles, breathing in. Fold forward, take it right back down as you breathe out. Surya Namaskar A, lift up halfway on the inhale. Plant the hands, step back, high push up, rock forward, lower all the way down to your belly. Slide your fingertips just a couple inches away from your shoulders. And then as you press into the tops of the feet, imagine pulling the hands down toward the hips. So what would it take to pull the mat down underneath you? You feel some muscular activation on the back body. Breathe into that. Lower the chin, the nose, the forehead down slowly. 2 more cobra roll-ups like this. Inhale. Let it be a pulling action. Exhale, release it down, nice and easy. One more time, breathe in. Feel the shoulders pulling onto the back. And then exhale, lower it down, tuck the toes under, press up and back to downward facing dog. We'll move through a sun salute a little bit faster, just a couple of them. When you come into cobra or up dog, see if you can imagine that tractioning back with your hand. When you're ready, lift the heels forward, step or walk to the top of the mat. Halfway stretch, breath in. Hold forward, long breath out. Rise all the way up, focus on the breath. You get right back down as you exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Plant your hands, step back and lower down on the breath out. Cobra or up dog, little pause. Feel that pulling action. Pull the hands back. You can see my feet are even sliding forward. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more, lift the heels forward. Step lightly or hop to the top of your mat. Halfway stretch on and in. Fold forward as you exhale. Rise on the inhale, lengthen through the spine, and then forward fold, hinge through the hips. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Step back, flow through your vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Zero rush to get there. From your downward facing dog, kick your right leg back behind you and then bend your right knee. Try and point the right knee straight up, but square your right shoulder down so that right underarm is even with the left. Press just as much with your right hand as your left. Re-extend the right leg, take a breath in, and then step the right foot through between your thumbs, soften your back knee down to the mat. Lift your chest, bend your elbows, pulling through into a gentle back bend here. Keep the back toes tucked so your glutes on that left leg are engaged. Take another long in breath, and then Hanumanasana is our half split, straightening out the front leg just until you feel a stretch in the back of the thigh. Be here for a few cycles of breath with your exhales. Invite your shoulders to ungrip, your jaw to unclench. Breathe into that sensation in the back side of the right leg or wherever you feel the stretch. Give yourself one more long breath. Soften with the exhale. Keep the back knee down. But bend the front knee again. Left hand stays down as you open up through the right arm. Stay there or bend your left knee, maybe reaching back for your left foot with your right hand. Kick into that right hand gently. A little bit more opening through the chest as that top shoulder blade melts onto the back of the ribs. Gently release the back foot. Frame out your front leg with your right hand. Tuck the back toes under. We're going to take it into a pyramid pose. We'll come up onto the ball of the back foot. Again, you can straighten out the front leg, maybe bend the back knee. A little more hamstring today. Anytime your head is below your heart, it's a nice opportunity to check in. Your head a gentle shake. Make sure your teeth aren't clenching together. Some of those mind-body connections are just noticing those muscular patterns that we have and being more conscious of whether or not some of those patterns are serving us. Great. Shift the weight to the front foot. Inhale, lift the left leg up. We're going to do a little mini flow here. Exhale, step your left foot back, bend the left knee as you straighten the right leg, maybe lift the right toes up. Inhale, take it back to standing split. Just a little back and forth here like a rocking horse. Exhale, back into that pyramid variation. A couple times. So it's almost like you're coming back into something between half split and pyramid, right? By bending into the left knee. It's going to give us a little bit more mobilization through the pelvis. Equalizing the forces there so that we're not kind of doing through the pelvic bowl. Last time, find standing splits and pause. This time you're going to step your left foot all the way to the back of the mat and then reverse cartwheel open into reverse warrior. Right arm comes up, left arm comes down, just resting that hand gently on the back of the left leg. Bend the right elbow, reach up with the left hand, catch the right elbow. Lift that arm up, so go up first, right? See the shoulder comes up toward the ears, and then take your side bend. Let that right shoulder kind of crowd toward the right ear. So we can get really fixated on dropping the shoulders back and down. Totally fine for the shoulder to come up sometimes. Keep your reverse warrior legs, but release that bind. Big breath in here. Cartwheel the hands to the top of the mat. Step back to high plank. Lower half or all the way down. Cobra or up dog. Feel into that. Pull shoulder blades. Pull down onto the back. Now you want lots of space between the shoulders and the ears. And then down dog as you exhale. Take a cleansing breath. Open your mouth. Left leg lifts on an inhale. Bend the knee. Try to point that left knee straight up. But steer your left shoulder and elbow down, even with your right. Inhale, re-extend the left leg, and then step the left foot forward. Drop the right knee down, but keep the toes tucked. Chest up, arms to that W or goalpost. Pull your heart through. Gentle squeeze through your right glute. Big breath in. Half split, about 5 long breaths here. Experiment with that kind of sweet spot between too much sensation and not quite enough. It might be a little bit of a dynamic posture. You might bend the knee a bit, back off a lot, feel not quite enough, and then straighten the knee a bit, feel getting into a too much territory, right? We're just kind of sussing it out, being really present. Give yourself 2 more long breaths. The back knee down, but breathe in the front knee. Right hand under right shoulder. Sweep your left arm back. Maybe you bend the right knee and catch that foot. Space and length in the sides of the neck here. Breathe in a way, whatever variation, maybe you're just reaching back with that arm, whatever variation you're in, breathe in a way that helps you sense into some space in the body. Long exhale, releasing that back foot, frame the front foot, and take it into our pyramid here. Drag your right toes forward a bit. And then maybe you play around with that bend in your back knee. Let your spine roughly align over the left thigh bone. We're going to move back and forth between our standing split, inhaling the right leg up. And our pyramid variation, exhaling the right foot back, bend into the back knee, maybe straighten out the front leg and curl the left toes forward, or up toward your shin rather. So teeter-totter, rocking horse movement. How smooth you can make this transition, so it's not about the biggest range of motion that you can sneak your body into. It's about how skillfully you can move, right? So I care way less about how flexible I am than I care about how mobile and stable my body is. Of course, we want some degree of flexibility. That flexibility without stability is not a great recipe, not something that I want to be moving through the world with. Sweet spot is where we feel balanced. One more round. The next time you're in standing split, pause pause there. We're gonna set up reverse warrior. Big step with your right foot to the back of the mat. Reverse cartwheel it up and open. Anchor into your lunge first. And then bend your top elbow. Reach your right hand up. Lift that elbow up. So think about lengthening to the left side body and then finding that side stretch. Breathe a little bit more into your left lung while you're here. And as much as you're working into that opening through the left side body, you stay present in your feet and your legs and your foundation. Keep your base, but release the arms. Breathe in. Cartwheel your hands. Step back and flow through your vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog. You always skip the vinyasa and go straight to down dog. From downward facing dog, when you're ready, lift the heels up forward. Step, flop, or maybe hop to the top. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Forward fold as you breathe out. Go all the way up on the inhale. Push the feet down, reach the arms up. And then lightening your arms, standing tall for a moment. So just lightening through the arms. Pull the arm bones back. Pinky fingers are pointing inward. Palms are facing forward. And then circle the arms, little tiny circles back, little tiny circles. Switch the direction of those circles. Shoulder blades are hugging into the spine. Arms are feeling really warm here. Keep going, but start to bend into the knees, hinge forward so you're in your lightning chair. And then pause, hold the arms still, so ditch the circles. Imagine that you're pressing the palms down into something, really firm. There's a shelf back there. Feel the shoulders pull onto the back. Lengthen through the sides of the neck. Take your arm, lift your heels. Reach the arms forward with or without the heels lifted. So you're in chair pose here. Take it to lightning chair, working with your breath. Couple rounds. Inhale the arms up. If you're on your toes, keep your knees straight forward. Exhale the arms back. If the knees start to collapse in, drop the heels down. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Two more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last time. Inhale. This time hold your lightning chair. Drop the left heel down if it was lifted. Right knee and arms come up on your inhale. Find your balance. You can flex the right foot, point the right toes. Take a long breath in. Find a figure four. Right ankle over the top of the left thigh, hands to your heart. Same thing here. Bring some awareness into that right foot. Let the right knee be heavy. Then hinge, hinge, hinge back to the hip crease. So if you feel like you've got a big rounding in the spine happening, come on up a little bit, lengthen the spine, and then hinge your butt back, almost like you were gonna sit down on the mat, back behind you. On your next inhale, stand all the way up, bring your right knee to your chest. Lightning chair. As you exhale, drop the heels down, reach the arms back. Chair pose on the inhale, option to lift the heels, 3 lightning chairs. Exhale. Back to chair. Lightning chair. Last time, breathe in. Breathe out. This time, right foot down, left knee comes up. Find your balance on this side. And then set up your figure four. Hinge, hinge, hinge to the hip crease. You would imagine that you really are trying to sit down, the chair back behind you, but at the same time, you're trying to keep forward over a ledge. Shy breath. 2 more. You take it a little bit lower, 1 more breath in. Get all the way up on your inhale, knee to your chest. Lightning chair as you exhale. Reach the arms forward, take a breath in. This time, open arm twist to the right. Sweep the right fingertips down. Stand all the way up on the inhale. Lightning chair as you exhale. This time the left knee comes up again. Breathe in. Swing that left leg back. Airplane pose as you breathe out. Shoulder blades hug the spine again. Lengthen through the sides of the neck. So you're walking the eyes straight down, maybe a foot or two in front of your front toes. We're gonna come into reverse warrior. Big step to the back of the mat with the left foot. Inhale, right arm comes up and over. Exhale, extended side angle. Bring your right forearm to your right thigh. Left arm can sweep forward. You can come to your hip. It can reach straight up. Find some length in the sides of the neck. Your gaze could be forward, down, or up at the top hand. If it feels available, keep anchoring into the knife edge of your back foot, and then sweep that left arm forward. Couple big shoulder circles through the left arm. Totally fine to have the elbow bent. Next time you sweep that arm forward, pause. We're gonna backstroke the left arm. Spin your left heel up, drop the left knee down. Inhale, arms come into that W, pull your chest through. Exhale, straighten out the front legs. You're in Hanumanasana. Breathe in. Ungrip a bit through the jaws. You breathe out. Standing split right into it on the inhale. Keep that pyramid variation as you exhale, bend the back knee. 2 more. Inhale, split. Exhale, pyramid variation. 1 more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Standing split on the inhale. This time find goddess or malasana at the top of the mat. So heels in, toes out, feet pretty wide. Bring your hands to your heart. And then with your hands at your heart, press the elbows into the thighs here. But as you do that, resist by pushing the thighs into the elbows. It's like you're trying to bring your knees together in front of you, and like you're trying to kind of elbow back behind you. See if you can find some dynamic tension through the shoulders and the upper arm muscles. Long breath in. Release the hands. Lift the hips. Heel toe the feet a bit closer together. Halfway stretch is your in breath. Fold forward is your out breath. All the way up. Breathe in. Lightning chair as you breathe out. Arms forward, chair pose on the inhale. Open arm twist to the left as you exhale. Sweep the left hand down. This time left foot stays planted as the right knee comes up. Big breath in, find your balance there. And then lever that right leg back. You're playing on the left. Soft bend your front knee so you're protecting that joint space. Pressing the left foot down. See if you can level off through your tailbone and your pelvis here. So the sacrum's more flat than angled. And we're going to take a big step back to reverse warrior. Right foot drops, left knee bends. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Extended side angle as you exhale. Left arm, left thigh, right arm comes to whatever position feels best for you today. So go straight up, you might reach forward. Maybe you bring your right hand to your hip. And if it feels available, you're going to take some big circles through that top arm. Just notice if you can maybe change the path of movement. If you're feeling some crunching or some discomfort, can you bend the elbow? Can you go a little slower? Can you move the arm farther out in front of you as opposed to farther out forward on the mat? Out to the side, I guess I should say. That right arm a big stretch. Take a breath in. Backstroke the right arm, drop the right knee. Inhale, chest pulls through, elbows bend. Hanumanasana as you exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Standing split right into it on the inhale. Pyramid variation as you exhale, bend the back knee. Standing split, press into the left foot. Exhale, pyramid variation. One more, breathe in, breathe out. Standing split on the inhale. Malasana at the top of the mat. Take your time to set up your feet and then dip the hips down. And some length in your spine. Might feel good to shift your weight from foot to foot here. Take a big breath in. Fold forward, lift the hips, drop the head. Heel toe your feet back together. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. We'll put that all together. Rise with the inhale, big full body stretch. Lightning chair as you exhale. Reach the arms forward. Breathe in for chair pose. Backstroke the right arm as you exhale into your open arm twist. Right foot stays down. Inhale, left knee and arms up. Exhale, airplane. Press back through your left heel. Take a breath in. Pause for the breath out, or maybe you start your transition to reverse warrior. Meet in reverse warrior. Finish an inhale there. Extended side angle as you exhale. Backstroke the top arm. This time we're coming to crescent lunge, so spin the back heel up, but keep your left knee lifted. Reach the arms up. You can bend into that back knee to engage through your glutes a bit for some support and stability through the pelvis. From crescent lunge, you've got a little bit more of like a kind of cardio plyometric move here. Bring that left knee into your chest, hands to your sides in fist, or hands back in airplane. Crescent lunge, inhale. Airplane arms or hands to your fists as you exhale, left knee to your chest. Couple more like that. Feel free to take a pursed lips exhale. Little bit more activation for some of those accessory respiratory muscles that are part of our abdominals. Couple more like this. They said this would be a little more shoulder friendly. Definitely it would be easy. All right, the next time your left knee is forward, pause. Step the left foot down, bring your hands to your heart, little jump. Little jump. Totally optional, as with everything. Land nice and soft, so it's not about speed. 2 more. I'm gonna pause right there. Little pulses, little pulses. Knees point straight forward. For 3. For 2, we're standing all the way up on one. Press into your feet. Inhale, reach up. Ooh, lightning chair. We got the left side. Reach the arms forward. Chair pose on the inhale. Backstroke that left arm. Open arm twist as you exhale. Oh my goodness. Right knee and arms up. Breathe in. Fly it back to airplane as you breathe out. Stay find your balance on the inhale. You can start your transition on the exhale. We meet in reverse warrior. Take a breath in. Extended side angle as you breathe out. Lengthen out right side body on the inhale. Backstroke the right arm and crescent lunge and pause. A moment for me to catch my breath. So absolutely everything in this practice is optional. Those little jumps, high intensity kind of work is actually really, really good for us as long as we don't overdo it. And as long as you focus on landing real stable, real steady. All right, here we go. Right knee to chest, hands and arms to airplane or hands to fists. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, find your balance at the top. Dynamic movement here. Press into that left foot every time you bring your right knee up. 2 more. Last one, keep that right knee lifted. All right, hands to your heart. Feet underneath your hips. You can pulse it out right here, or you take your little squat bump. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2, meet in that squat, and 1, little squat. 10, 9, 8, 7, control every little bit of this movement. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit all the way down. Straighten out your legs a bit. Shake out the knees. Nice work. A tiny bit of core and a little bit more spinal extension. And we're going to slow it way, 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 way down. Right. Flop out the feet a bit. I'm just procrastinating. Bend your knees. Bring your hands right behind your knees. Round your spine a bunch. Tuck the tailbone. Pull your navel in. Squeeze your core as you lower down. Slow, 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 slow. Reach the arms back up overhead. Step the feet underneath the knees on the in-breath. Bridge pose as you exhale. Same thing as our warm-up with the heels. Breathe in. Keep the hips up. Exhale, the heels drop down. Hips down, arms up. Inhale. Arms down, hips up. Exhale. Heels lift. Breathe in. Heels down. Breathe out. Drop the hips. Lift the arms. Breath in. Exhale. Hips high. Arms low. Lift the heels. Lower the heels. Drop the hips. Inhale. Arms up. Exhale, hold this bridge. Hold your bridge right here. Stay here or walk the feet a little closer together and a little closer towards your body. Keep your right knee bent, lift your right knee. Totally optional. You could keep both feet down. If the right knee is lifted and you need more, lift your left heel and lower your left heel. Lift and lower. Slow and controlled. Finding that mind-body connection here. Drop the right foot so you're on the toes of both feet or on both feet all together. Take a breath in. Lower the hips down. Windshield wiper your knees side to side. And then catch hold of the back sides of the knees. Pull them into the chest, rock and roll up to a supported Navasana, knees are bent, down onto the forearms. So you're on your elbows back behind you. You can keep the knees bent or straighten the legs out if you need more. We're gonna pull the right knee into the chest. As you lift the chest up into the right knee, maybe come up onto the hands. Right side for 5, for 4, for 3. Remember, you could just be on the forearms for 2. Last one on the right, switch legs, 5 on the left, 4 on the left, 3. Last one on the left, doubles for 10. This is all we've got for 4, 9. Unless you can't bridge, 8. 7, really squeeze through the abdominals. 6, think about your core instead of your hip flexors. 4. Last 3, 2, 1. Hold it up high, reach the arms forward, drop the feet down, roll it down slow. We're coming right back up into bridge, but take a breath in. Arms to your side, hips to the ceiling as you breathe out. This time, you're holding in your bridge with or without the left knee lifted. You're holding in your bridge with or without the left knee lifted. And maybe lifting and lowering right heel. For 3, for 2. Last one, find bridge or wheel. 3 more deep breaths. Feel that point where you're kind of like, I'm really pretty done with this. And see if you can take 1 or 2 more long breaths. When you're ready, lower down. Ooh. Relax the arms to the side. Walk the feet to the edges of the mat. Keep the knees bent. Drop your knees inward against each other. Take a breath or 2 here, letting the low back release. You feel better in butterfly, supine butterfly, you can absolutely swap that. Swap this out for that, bring your feet together, let your knees apart, or really any other variation that you feel like you can bring the spine back into something that feels a little bit more neutral. Those back bends are very energizing. Lengthen your out breath. And extend the exhale so it's just slightly longer than the in breath. Right knee into your chest. Right knee into your chest. Let the left leg extend. Then circle the right knee a couple times. In that hip socket, you can bring your left hand to your left hip and fly out to the side. Just feel the right upper thigh bone moving around in that hip socket. Switch the direction of the circles. Give that right knee a really good squeeze into your chest. And then guide your right knee across your body with your left arm. T or cactus the right arm out to the side, leaning to a spinal twist. Feel free to slide your left knee underneath the right knee if that feels better. Nose might point straight up, or you can nod your chin toward your right shoulder. Just very gradually working to extend your exhale slightly longer than the breath. Sometimes you can do that just sort of intuitively without feeling really fussy about it. Other times it might be helpful to practice a paced breath. You could inhale with me for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale for a count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A couple more rounds like that. You nodded your head to the right, take a breath in, bring it back to the center. And then swap out your legs. Left knee comes in. Circle your left knee a few times, moving that upper thigh bone around in the hip socket. Switch the direction of those circles. Hug the left knee in, angling it toward the left underarm. Give it a squeeze there. And then find your spinal twist, guiding the left knee to the right. T or cactus through your left arm. When you're ready, work your way toward Shavasana. If there's any other stretches or shapes that your body's craving before you can come into a resting pose, you can add those in along the way. Trust that whatever happened on your mat, you did enough, you are enough. This practice of yoga ultimately is not about the postures. It's about moving some energy, finding a little bit more skillful alignment with our bodies and our minds so that we have like just a hope for living a life that we feel a little bit more connected to, maybe that we feel a little bit more present for, so that we can show up in our fullest potential with all of our gifts for the communities that we're a part of. Once you land in Shavasana, your only job is to let yourself be. Let go of any control of the breath. Let's notice sensation in the body. flow, allowing any pockets of tension to loosen up a bit and drain out of the body. If you have time for a longer shavasana, feel free to stay here. Otherwise, to give your body some gentle movement, nod to the head, or wiggle to your fingers and toes, maybe stretch. Maybe roll to one side or the other and pause there for a moment. Let your body adjust there for a breath or two before you meet me in a seated position. When you land, bring your hands to some sort of mudra. So Anjali mudra, or bringing your palms around your heart space. Sort of tall into that energetic seal that you've created with your hands and your body, pressing the hands into the heart, lifting the chest into the hands. One more big cleansing breath here together. Big inhale. Let the shoulders lift toward the ears. Let the ribs lift up, 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 up. Sip in a little bit more breath. Open your mouth. Thank you for sharing some of your time with me. I hope that you feel well and that you are well. Let me know if you liked class or if there's anything else that you might need here.